delay on getting back onto the game drive vehicle. Still working on the audio, not quite found the problem yet, but we're going to get it sorted as quickly as possible. For now, enjoy the tranquil sights and sounds of Gowrie Waterhole.
Welcome back, and who knows, sometimes things just happen. It's all part of fun, it's all part of being live, it's all part of everything happening as it goes along, even if it is tripping us sometimes. Been back to the workshop, everything seems to be working. We didn't actually do anything there, we just sort of talked a bit and waved our arms around and it worked again. So it shows you there's many different ways to fixing things. Just going to go back to those Waterbuck where we ended off, and then we're going to enjoy the rest of the afternoon. It's beautiful out here. As you can see, the sun is still glowing, the clouds have dispersed a bit, so everything is fantastic for talking and questions, but even more importantly, being out in the bush and driving around and looking for wildlife. And this is where we ended. So let's start here again. A fantastic Waterbuck bull. While we were trying to sort the sound out a little earlier, we were just looking at him, mentioning how big and impressive he is. Now, I know I've said this a few times, but I'm going to say it again just because of the setting we're in. Just look at how amazing that grass looks around him. It's so green, so lush. I often look at it and I almost think, I wish I was a herbivore for a little while. Just to feel the pleasure these animals must be having at the moment, from going from winter where the food is sparse and dry to suddenly summertime where it is literally like eating out of a salad bowl. Such an amazing animal. Just, I don't actually have to say anything. You can just look at him and see it for yourself. And that characteristic view of a Waterbuck, that white line under the throat, and probably the one that stands out a bit more, and that's the whole point of it, is the one around the tail. Just a very clear marking, a very bright mark for other Waterbuck if they're running away in a herd from predators maybe, or running in a group through thick bush or something. They can see each other nice and clear. This bull we've had a few very special moments with before. He allowed us to get very, very close, so I think we're going to try that again. At the moment we're about 30 meters away. Let's see if we can get about 10 meters away from him. No, he seems a little bit shyer today. Basically what we're doing is we're not driving straight towards him, just sort of staying almost parallel and just in a very slow line going closer. Look at that. Such beautiful faces, these animals, just markings around the eyes. We managed to get closer. We're about 20 meters, 18 meters away now, so almost halfway closer, as you can see. So I'm just going to move a foot forward. Beautiful setting around here as well. Just look at all the trees, the surrounding of it. Really such a spectacular sort of landscape around here. As you can can see also quite a few other waterbuck around. Earlier they were mostly lying down, just a couple of the males were active. All the females, all the youngsters, all up and grazing now. Again, we're going into the sort of the last hour of the afternoon. And I wish I could say it's cooling down. It's not really cooling down much, maybe a degree or two, but animals know that nighttime's coming, so they're using this last part of the day. Get their bellies nice and full, fill those ruminants up with grass. And then, as we often see them doing later on, early evening and different parts of the day, they settle down and they ruminate, just chewing those cuds, grinding that food down. Spend the last few seconds with this guy. He's in such prime condition. I mean, as much as there's a few other big bulls around here, physically this guy is just so impressive. See, very large, big, bulky body, thick neck. Even the other big bulls give him his space and his respect. Awesome. Well, I'm glad we can be heard again from the vehicle. I think we've got a few things to look forward to this afternoon. No specific ideas and no specific things on the radars yet. Keep our ears open from the other game drives as well. For the moment, just going to head down. Actually, no, we'll go past Gari Waterhole and go up towards Buffelshoek Dam. That elephant track we had this morning, a big bull elephant that we tracked for a little bit. That was his general direction. Maybe he's in that area now. Before we do that, just going to get a nice clear look through here. From one big waterbuck bull to a very beautiful Nyala bull. Look at that. Again, the habitat, beautiful. Just look at that grass. It looks like a perfectly manicured golf course. Seems the grass is so good that it's even getting the Nyalas to be grazers. Typically these antelope like thicker bush. Also typically they like to browse, eat leaves. But maybe the temptation is just too good. This grass just looking too good. Also a bit of a background there. You can see the skyline in the distance. So what I want to do is just going to stick around for a few minutes. Obviously these two bulls, you can see the one in the background there as well. They obviously know each other. They've been hanging around at least for a few days, maybe.
Once again, apologies for taking off the vehicle there so quickly. We happen to have lost audio once again. We're going to work on it and we will see what we can do.